I think the most positive development that's affected, I think, all industry in Jamaica, but certainly the food industry, has been the stability in our economy. I've been in Jamaica now working in food through, the evolution of bigger WATA and all the products that we make at Wisynco for over 23 years now, and I can attest to the context where the last 3 to 4 years have seen a Jamaican economy that has had the most vibrancy I've ever witnessed, and it has been stable and allowed the manufacturers, big or small, to invest comfortably and to see good returns on their investments, so much so that you now see manufacturers invest further in new capabilities and in new product types that are very, very promising for the future of the food industry in Jamaica. And I think the biggest takeaway is it gives us predictability and comfort in investing in the future. The most significant trend I can see is health. Jamaicans are increasingly focused on what they're eating, how they're eating, when they're eating. That may have had, been driven by the impact of Jamaica Moves and its initiatives around exercise, perhaps the sugar campaign that has come about, and most certainly in the last 2 or 3 months since November, December, when the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education announced guidelines on sugary or sweetened beverages in schools. That convergence of activities around sugar and health have certainly increased the awareness of Jamaicans. And now that there is a prescribed less than 6 grams per 100 milliliter of sugar or added sugar in beverages in schools, it's raised awareness and it's increased the interest by consumers in wanting to know what types of products that they are consuming. Another trend I see, which it never ceases to amaze me, is how much consumers are interested or driven by convenience. The more convenient we can make our products, the more consumers are attracted to convenience and attracted to consumption. So that I think not only in the next year, but increasingly over the coming years, convenience is always going to be a factor that we need to be very, very cognizant of and consider in the development of our products. I think Jamaican consumers are always going to be impacted by more knowledge of what we do, how we do it, what it takes to make the food that we make. I've always found that when school kids visit the plant, they're always in awe of what goes into the process of making packaged water or packaged soft drinks or juices. I think the impact we have in Jamaica through agriculture, through the investments that we have, or that we continue to make, the employment of thousands and thousands of Jamaicans through direct manufacturing employment, product development, agriculture, all the way through to the delivery and retail systems. I think we can do more work or do a better job at explaining to Jamaicans the significant impact we have as an industry and how that results in jobs and all sorts of impact as well for export purposes. I mean, all the agricultural products that we sell, from pimento, ginger, yam, to red stripe beer, to biga soda, and many other items. It impacts on the diaspora. It impacts on our presence in the first world, such as Britain, as Canada, the US. Many local sauce brands are doing very, very well up there. As well as here locally, I think tourists who come to Jamaica are always seeking to try our products. And all of that put together is providing a significant impact on Jamaica, on our economy. And I think it's something that as an industry we can boast about and feel very, very privileged to be a part of, and to include more and more Jamaicans in this success story, because the food industry, as I mentioned earlier, the last 3 or 4 years has seen tremendous growth, and we trust that that growth will continue. I think we can converge the health trend and the Jamaicans' interest in eating healthier foods and our significant impact in the economy by being more effective at explaining to Jamaicans, what they're eating. And there's a tremendous opportunity with the current regulations that we have with labeling, that we can influence and work with our Bureau of Standards to implement a labeling regulation that will inform our Jamaicans in much more detail as to what it is they're eating, so we can leverage our influence and our efforts in developing healthier products and healthy products. And likely our recommendation would be to use the US FDA nutrition facts type approach, so that Jamaicans can learn more, we can educate them as to what it is they're eating. Many Jamaicans are already influenced by that approach, because many local companies already use the nutrition facts panel on their labels. Many American products are in our market as it is. And interestingly, this morning I had a meeting with Minister Tufton and raised the issue with him that we have a tremendous opportunity to help him and his efforts to improve the health of Jamaicans by implementing such a program as the US FDA Nutrition Facts panel. And he seemed to be very much in agreement, and hopefully it's something that we can work on together as an industry in the coming months, so that in the next year or two we can have even further, more specific on-package impact to improve the lives of our Jamaicans.